Hello, welcome back to another lesson of English pronunciation. In this video, I will demonstrate for you the pronunciation of these 19 words. Limerence, Genoise, mellifluous, smaragdin, equiver, cromulent, patrichor, saudade, tenebrific, gaetnogamy. The second list, vamose or vamoose, vis-a-vis, viscosity, vigarious, valicore, verbatim, vendeuse, veracity, veracious. As you see, beautiful words with beautiful sounds. Let's see the sounds distribution of these words. Limerence, the first word, a three-syllable word. The first syllable li should have the stress. That's limerence. The second word, genoise, two-syllable word. The second syllable was should have the stress. We say genoise, limerence, genoise. Mellifluous, mellifluous. It's a four-syllable word. The second syllable li should have the stress. We say mellifluous. Smaragdin, smaragdin. The second syllable rag should have the stress. Smaragdin, three-syllable word. Smaragdin. Equiver, three-syllable word. Qui, the second syllable should have the stress. We say equiver. Cromulent, three-syllable word. The first syllable should have the stress. Cromulent. Patrichor, patrichor. The first syllable should have the stress. That's the primary and main stressed syllable. But the last syllable is also stressed, but it's called the secondary stress. Patrichor, three-syllable word. Patrichor, patrichor. Saudade, saudade, three-syllable noun. The second vowel sound, da or long a, should have the stress. Saudade, saudade. And then you move on to tenebrific. Tenebrific, four-syllable adjective. The first syllable te is the secondary stress, but the main stressed syllable and the primary stressed syllable is bri. Syllable number 3, tenebrific, tenebrific. The last word of the first list is gaetnogamy. We can also say gaetnogamy, which is correct, but the second pronunciation is better because we have what you call a disappearance sound. The first O disappears. The short sound disappears. We don't say gaetnogamy, we say gaetnogamy, gaetnogamy. Two stresses, the first syllable, secondary stress, and syllable number 3 is the main stressed syllable, no, gaetnogamy. We move on to the second list, vamose or vamoose. Two syllables, the second syllable, moose, should have the stress. Vamose, vamoose. Vis-a-vis, vis-a-vis, three-syllable word. The last syllable V should have the stress. That's the primary and stressed syllable. The first syllable is the secondary stress. Vis-a-vis. Viscosity. Viscosity, it's a four-syllable noun. The second syllable sco should have the stress. Viscosity. Vigarious. Vigarious. Vigarious, it's a four-syllable adjective. The second syllable ga should have the stress. Vigarious. Vigarious. Beautiful word. Valicore. Valicore. Three-syllable noun. The first syllable va should have the stress. Valicore. Verbatim. Verbatim. The second syllable bay should have the stress. Verbatim. That's a three-syllable noun. And then we have vendeuse. Vendeuse. Disyllabic word. The second syllable deuse should have the stress. Vendeuse. The penultimate word is veracity. Veracity, four-syllable noun. The second syllable ra should have the stress. Veracity. And then the last word is veracious. It's also a three-syllable adjective. The second syllable ray should have the stress. We say veracious. Now let's practice them and also add their meaning. Limerence, the state of being infatuated with someone. Genoise, light yellow cake. Mellifluous, pleasing sound. Smaragdin, that's a kind of emerald green bright color. Smaragdin. Equiver, trembling or quivering. And then cromulent. Cromulent means acceptable or adequate. petrichor, the smell of the earth after rain. Saudade, feeling of longing or melancholy. That's saudade. Tenebrific, producing darkness. Gaetnogamy, the fertilization of flowers. And then we move on to the second list, vemus, which means depart hurriedly. Vis-a-vis, in relation to. Viscosity, the thick liquid. Vagarious, which means erratic, unpredictable. Valicore,